Hey guys, so by the way, my name is Kamar. Weirdly and oddly, I've been actually here just laying on my bed. I was here talking to my wife. We're just talking about relationships, right? And pardon me, my face and everything. I had my do rag on and stuff, so mark on my face and stuff. But we're just here talking about relationships. And one of the things that got me a little worked up is we're talking about the initial stages, right? The initial stages where a man would meet a girl or meet a woman, and initially they would just have a spark. That spark would just go off. This woman in their head, it's a perfect fit. Everything's just lighting up, perfect moment. But it so happened now, after being with this woman, they start gaining information and history on this woman, things about this woman and everything. Now they find themselves not so liking the woman as much as they did initially. But I think this is something we need to really think hard and deep about, because it's a normal process. And I think because most men haven't really opened up and be vulnerable about sharing how they truly feel, they get past this, or not even having the idea that this is a possibility. That just like in a relationship, there's a honeymoon phase, right? It's the same thing with meeting someone that you're hoping to get to know more, to build a long-term relationship with. There is a honeymoon phase. There are different steps, different levels. You meet this person, everything sparks, everything is great, the person look great, love everything about the person, until you start discovering things about the person, who the person is, what the person's past is like, all of that. Now, the deeper you get with someone, the more you're going to know about them, the more flaws are going to come up, the more issues that may arrive. But it's also an opportunity now for us to say, hey, you know what? Now I truly know this person. So there's never ever going to be a case where you're only going to know this person in this first phase. And what's happening, I think, a lot in these scenarios these days in relationships or the dating world, a lot of people initially are meeting people, absolutely loving the moments that they're in, right? And just loving the fantasy that they're thinking in their head of this physical being in front of them, looking great, smelling great, and everything, but not knowing anything about them, but not really thinking about, hey, so what happened now after getting to know this person? So I think a lot of men are getting cold feet, and what's happening is, once you meet this person and this phase start, right? Fantasy world, everything looks great, everything smells great, but then as you start progressing, a lot of these men are getting cold feet. They're getting cold feet because now when the deeper moments comes, when they start knowing this person more and more and more, they're finding these other women coming by, and what's happening is they're going right back to that initial stage of fantasizing. And so this woman that you now know a little bit more info on and having this deeper connection with, now you're questioning it, if it's the right thing or not. But this is just one of those things. It's like a pre phase, or like a pre experience of what a committed relationship is like. So a lot of times when we see these things playing out, it's actually a good thing, because it's giving you an idea to say, hey, can this person actually commit? Will this person actually commit? Us men, we need to understand that this phase, or there are phases in life that we go through, just as much as we go through phases in relationships. And so I think we need to have a hard roundtable conversation as men regarding when we meet someone for the first time, we see someone that we like for the first time, that we need to have a realistic understanding and a realistic conversation on the fact that, hey, what we see in front of us, as beautiful as it is, as sweet as it may smell, they also have a history, they have a past. And we have to be ready when we're saying, hey, you know what? I want to get to know you beyond the first step, the first stage. Because what's happening is we're leaving a lot of these women very scarred and very emotional, with bad experiences, and it's causing a lot of our women to be insecure because, hey, we're starting these things, but we're not following through with it. Doesn't mean you need to commit to everything or anyone and everyone that you talk to, but I think as men we need to be more purposeful when we're having conversation with women and leading them on, because it's very, very important. But there's so much more that I would love to say. I'll probably try to make the video a little bit more intentional in terms of the wording I use and everything. But this is just my little spiel that I have. I was just going through a little thought, and I'll kind of roll it out as time goes on, getting more videos out. But yeah, let's do better, man.